Good evening and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Business. Another great show tonight. If you are listening to us via the app, Spotify, watching on Facebook, YouTube, and now we're also on Asia TV. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you to Walbert Castillo, who was our guest last week, talking about the Filipino night market, which is coming up this Thursday at the Space and the Historia concept. So let's start with this. What are chambers of commerce? What do they really do? And is it beneficial for me, a business owner, to join? So a chamber of commerce is an association or network of business people designed to promote and protect the interests of its members. A chamber of commerce is often made up of a group of business owners that share a locale or interest. What's their goal? Their main goal of a chamber is to help a business prosper and grow, increase job opportunities, encourage an orderly expansion and development of all segments of the community, contribute to the overall economic stability of the community, promote the community's private enterprise system of competitive marketing. Sounds great. So how do they do this? As a former president and CEO of a chamber, it's actually the most important thing that I wanted to make sure I answered clearly when somebody asked me that question. Why should I join your chamber? What benefits do I get? To any business owner, return of investment is very important. So for me to be able to answer that question, there are 5 what I like to call pillars of a chamber. The first one is networking. This encompasses a lot, not just your networking events. You got to give your members and sponsors a platform to be able to tell their story. What's their story? It's either their products and services, how they got to that, how they started, what made them start selling widgets, what made them start doing services. Create a synergy and environment that promotes relationship building. Because guess what? You can do all the networking that you do, the event that you have, but unless you have real relationship building component to it, it's not going to work. Because as of now, everything is still relationship. It's about the relationship. You're not going to give a referral to somebody you don't have a relationship with, right? You got to build that relationship. You need to be able to showcase your products and services, doing monthly features, for example, or if you do industry-specific events. See if you're a healthcare and you want to feature the other services that cater to a certain industry or in healthcare. There you go. You do an event showing that, right? You could even be more creative. So, for example, you can get 2 different industries that work together, that refer to each other. So, like for example, attorneys and chiropractors. Perfect match, right? Definitely. Show support for other businesses, especially new ones. That's when you do ribbon cuttings, right? Host events that will give small business owners the opportunity to meet other owners or resources that can guide them through sales support or guidance. So, for example, doing an event where you have business owners meet with people like SBDC, where they can be a guiding force for them. They need help with marketing, here you go. And then, of course, there are others. SCORE, they need help with coaching, there you go. The second pillar is resource center. Be able to provide information that is vital to the small business owners and their success. Again, having, for example, PTAC or other government agencies that give out lessons on how to get contracts. You can be a resource to small business that want to do that. Connect them to PTAC. Connect them to chambers, many resource partners such as OSBA, SBA, SCORE, SBDC. Education for various topics such as government contracting, certifications, cybersecurity or social media marketing. Special funding programs such as grants or loans. This one was a big one, especially during the pandemic. Chambers were very successful in helping small businesses make sure that they get PPP loans. Availability of programs such as a 401k retirement program or medical insurance for small business owners. And then, of course, there's workforce development. Number three would be economic development. Work with other organizations such as LVGEA, Business and Industry, EDON, to help bring in more businesses here in Nevada. Tie them up with the current situation here. Okay, Amazon's coming to town, for example. You found that out through working with LVGA. What businesses work with Amazon? There you go. Get involved in having a voice in what's happening in your community so you can tell them what does the community need. Okay, tech's coming in. What kind of workforce do they need? Go. Number four would be advocacy. Have a voice for small business owners. There's power in numbers. So that's why it's very important for us to be together when we do advocacy. Partner with other advocacy groups. Advocate for upcoming legislations that affect small businesses. What is needed in the small business community, pretty much. So advocacy is a very, very important part of this. Then lastly, community. Most business owners want to give back to the community but don't know how. You could be that conduit to be able to give them that. Work with other community organizations, and you can match that business owner with that particular interest. Or the chamber can have their own programs as well. With these items, it's truly important for the chamber to have great leadership, number one. They have to be collaborative. They have to be service first and approachable and open to all. Chamber can be very powerful and helpful, especially to the minority business owners. Like anything else, though, you will have to give back. You get back what you put in. So the more you put in, the more you'll get back. All right, let's take a break. When we get back, we're going to meet somebody from the AAPI Chamber of Commerce so we can discuss this more. We'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, joining me tonight is my very good friend, my best friend, Jenny Kim, who is one of the advisors for the AAPI Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, Jenny. How are you?
Hi, Sonny. How are you? Thank you for the invite.
You are very, very welcome. So let's start by you telling us about the AAPI Chamber. What's the mission behind creating this chamber?
Well, Sonny, working in the community for the last 12 years within the AAPI community and all the diverse communities, we felt that we really needed a all-inclusive Asian Chamber of Commerce. So Nevada AAPI Chamber of Commerce is the only all-statewide, all-inclusive Asian Chamber of Commerce in Nevada. We were created to support the AAPI aspiring and small business owners by creating an environment of guidance, resources, and support, and to assist them with their business development and marketing to help them scale their business.
That sounds good. So what type of services and events are you planning to have?
Well, just like your intro, the pillar of the chamber is to help support building relationships with other industry, other professionals, other partners in the community. So we have events such as education programs, promoting their business, networking events, diversity, inclusion training, different language support and training certificates, so that we at the Asian Chamber of Commerce of Nevada, the AAPI Chamber, could encompass the training for all different languages. So that's so that they could be ready for the workforce that we have or that we're going to be needing, especially in the health and education systems. Business Incubator, Business Resource Center, to outreach into the community about what NVAAPI Nevada Chamber of Commerce is about.
Let's touch on a couple of those if you don't mind, because those really stand out. I think especially for a minority community like us, that translation services is huge. I don't think people understand how big that is for the AAPI community only because there's so many different languages. What do
Right.
you think? Mhm.
So there's over 400 AAPI community members in Nevada.
Mhm.
And it's not just single Asian language. We have over 40, 50 different languages. And when immigrants come here and they have that pursuit of American dream to get a good, paying job for their family, for the economy, a lot of the times the language is an issue. It's not translated. So they, even if they were professionals in their country, when they come here, they can't use that certification or their licensing to continue their profession. So our job, one of our main focus is to make sure that those people have access to the right resources, be it local or state or federal government, to help them to do what they love, do what their profession is, and not let the language be a barrier to their access and to their entry point.
You touched upon certification there as well. I've been a big proponent over the years of minority business getting certified, even if they're not doing business right now with an entity that needs it. It's always nice to be ready. What were your thoughts on that?
I think a lot of people that move to the States here, they don't know that there is such certification. They just know that when they go for a position that they may not be qualified. They don't know where to go get the certification. And so when we have professionals that come to us or business owners say, we really want to get into transportation or medical or different kind of training, how do we get that certification? And as you know, navigating the different business licensing, training, and certification is daunting, not even for me, who was, raised here and been in the States for over 40 years, let alone a new person coming into the States, they wouldn't know where to go. So we would really be that bridge to help them get to their final destination and where they want to be working.
No, that's fantastic. And then, of course, you touched upon Business Incubator, and you know how near and dear that is to my heart.
Yes.
So is this going to happen?
Well, there are so many support out there right now, so we're just hoping to get everything lined up. First and foremost would be the business resources. With that, we'll see exactly how much support that's going to be needed in the incubator and how much resources are going to be available. And with the community support, be it private or public sector, we're hoping that we can get an incubator started to focus in the AAPI community because it's so needed. And we're AAPI, we don't complain too much. We don't, ask for too much because everybody thinks that we're model citizens, right? Minority citizens, and we have everything taken care of. Well, the business incubator is going to be a place where people feel safe to bring new ideas, new perspective, and new cultural relevancy services that's needed in this community. And with our diverse Nevada and Las Vegas, Reno, and all the rural areas, I think diversity is the key point in bringing our state back into prior COVID days, where we're not just in the 4 different major industries in Nevada, but we can really expand and bring that diversity into Nevada, be it new STEM projects or businesses or anything else that the AAPI community can bring.
That's fantastic. How important are resource partners, and how does that translate in helping business owners?
Well, just like you said in your intro, we have so much resources in this great state of Nevada. And unfortunately, most of that information is not brought down to the AAPI community or the business owners. They struggle enough with the language licensing regulation, and just to keep the doors open, they don't know that there's other resources that they can go get business plans done, business funding information. They just know that, typical, we just go to the bank and apply and see if we get anything. They don't know there are subsets of affiliation and partners that can help them even to get started in the micro lending part of it. So being a chamber, our job is to make sure that they have full access that everybody else has. And, we all talk about diversity, equity, inclusion. And I think we really need to bring that to the AAPI community so that we can also not only benefit from those resources, but also use those benefits and resources to bring back to the community, give back to the community, to our partners and our, other cultural friends.
I couldn't agree more than that, big time. So I spoke about advocacy and having a voice, especially for minority business owners. How can the NBAAPI Chamber help with this?
Well, as you said, there's strength in numbers. And with our diverse cultures in Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, Vietnamese, and all the other micro-Asians, I think having that one place where we can all work together collaboratively and bring that big voice of the AAPI community as one instead of many subsets. So we look forward to partnering up with all the different chambers and associations of all the other Asian communities in Nevada.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm excited. I'm really excited for that. How important is relationship building, and how is this achieved in a chamber setting?
So again, going back to all the diverse communities and cultures, if we didn't have relationships, it's hard to navigate to say, we know these people, right? So relationship is a backbone of any kind of business or community or any kind of schooling. So knowing the person, what they really stand for, at the end of the day, we all care about our family, our business, and our community. But sometimes language don't translate properly. So when we get to develop a relationship, that's the critical point of having a small business and a thriving community.
What are other resources that the chamber will be able to provide with its members that can really help small businesses?
So focusing on the language as a focal point of our chamber, we want to make sure if a AAPI community business owner or aspiring entrepreneur is having roadblocks, they don't know how to navigate through the channels of business, how to make sure that their back office of the business is taken care of. The licensing, the insurance, the workers' comp, and all the things that they need to have done either in a local or state or federal level, that we are the go-to people to say, hey, if you want to be in this industry, we need to check these off to make sure that you're in compliance so that you can run your business, right? Division of Taxation and Secretary of State, all of those partners are going to come in to be our true partners in having a thriving business relationship.
Yeah, tell me about it. Geez, I just found out about OSHA last week, so a little different. All right, tell us about your first membership event tomorrow night.
So we're super excited. It's a long time coming. We've been trying to, it's like a wedding, right? You got so much stuff in the background trying to get everything coordinated, but our event tomorrow night is our first 100 member founding membership drive. So we're super excited. I'm sure we're going to be seeing many of our friends in the community that's going to be showing to come to show our support, but not only support, but also to engage with other business owners and how they could, encourage each other that this is a thriving, sustainable chamber that's going to be supporting the small business owners, especially in the AAPI. And we are, like I said, all state, all inclusive chamber. So you don't have to be Asian to be part of our chamber. Just long as you want to be a proactive business owner or a proactive entrepreneur, we welcome you and we want to help you in achieving your business to scale to the level that you want. So we look forward to meeting everybody, and I'm very excited. We have a lot of attendees coming, so we're super excited to hear what they have to say about the chamber, and we are here to support AAPI business owners and our partners. So whatever we can do to help you, support you in your mission, we look forward to doing that.
Okay, tell us where it's going to be.
It's going to be at the plus 65th is it event center?
6250
And the
Central.
directions are, yeah, the directions are on our link. So if you follow our link, AAPINevada.com is our website, and our membership drive is on that website as well. Or you can just come check us out at the AAPINevada.com, and we will be sure to put that on the link with this interview. And please give us a call anytime that you need any assistance. We've had some nice videos that was made to show you how to get there, because that was at first I put some steps in my on my phone, because I went to the wrong end of the building. So this is going to be really easy to attend. So we look forward to seeing everybody, and there'll be some raffle prizes and different discussions. And I think we're having also some entertainment for the first hour. So look forward to seeing everybody.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm excited for that. Okay, I've saved the best question for last, and it's the most important question for me. Why join the chamber? Why should I join the AAPI chamber, Jenny?
Well, if you're new here, it's a great place to start. It was the first place that I started with many chambers when I first came to this to Nevada. But not only that, it's networking. It's really getting to choose your friends. I have lifelong friends and relationships that I've developed through the chamber, and I couldn't have done that without them. You get to see the same people, and you know who is transient and who's not transient. You get to, talk to them, and they advocate for you. And most everybody in the chamber is like, have you met Sonny? Have you met Kat? Have you met, Cindy? They're great, because all of us are there for the same reason, right? The pursuit of happiness, pursuit of our business and prosperity, and to live a good life. We're all blessed to be here, and we just hope that we could bring that value to our community and be a voice really for AAPI issues and AAPI business owners that we've not had. And that I can really remember, and in a positive way, so I look forward to meeting everybody at the chamber. And our job is to make sure, if you want to meet somebody, come network with us so that we can introduce you. We will personally introduce you to somebody that you want to meet, so that you can have a heads up in trying to get to that person that could be your gatekeeper, so to speak. So business owners know what I'm talking about, right? We all love gatekeepers, but maybe we can help you soften that entry a little bit.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you so much for coming on. So that's tomorrow night at 6350 Central, 5:30?
5:30, yep. 5:30
Okay.
registration, 6 p.m. is the start. So come early. We look forward to seeing everybody. Super excited.
All right. Thank you so much. That is our show for tonight. I will see you there tomorrow, Jenny. Johan, thank you so much. Take care, everybody.
Sounds good. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.